transparency went hot at a post office located in Kennesaw, Georgia. Please.
If you're hot, it's because you're in Georgia and you're 400 pounds stuffed full of canes and Krispy Kreme. That's all. Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and this is the second time I am uploading this video because the first time I had accidentally deleted some of my source media because I am trash at editing, because this is day 21 of me editing anything, and it is going to be a work in progress for a while. So please, when you see mistakes like this, let me know, because chances are I didn't see them. This one, I started this video yesterday and I took a break to go to bed last night. When I got up, I cleaned up my computer and I deleted some of my sound from yesterday. So let's go ahead and get into the video. We have Georgia Transparency wandering around a post office for absolutely no reason, and I'm sure it's going to be absolutely riveting.
Police were called to the post office located at 840 Ernest Barrett Parkway, Suite 572. Postal employee stated that she was irritated because I was recording in the post office. According to Poster 7 and the Department of Homeland Security memo, it is perfectly legal to record inside of the public areas of a post office and public spaces of a federal building.
Ooh, talking with dramatic emphasis to get your point across. It still doesn't make you right. We all know that Poster 7 does not say what they try to insinuate that it does, right? They are playing the odds. They are playing the odds that their moronic followers will not ever go check and read for themselves, or if they do, will not have the mental capacity to comprehend the words they are reading. Flat out, you do not have permission to photograph, videotape, draw in sandstone, anything in that lobby without permission if they tell you to kick rocks. That's a thing. There's a lot of people, they don't care. They just want you gone. So they leave you alone. And then you end up with a boring audit. So you have to do something to provoke people. But if they tell you to leave, you know what you have to do, Tubby? You have to leave. The DHS memo, all that does is support Poster 7. It specifically says if there are rules and regulations in place that prohibit filming, you cannot film. That this is not rocket science. This is not complicated. It may be to people like whatever this is, but it is not rocket science. But again, they play the odds. They play the odds that their idiot followers are not going to check up. So the more they repeat this stuff, the more it becomes like their Bible. And, you know, it's the same reason we hear the same thing from every single frauditor.
The post office being a part of the federal government even when leased through a third-party corporation. I briefly spoke with the property manager and she was informed that I was inside recording people's private transactions. However, this being untrue and appeared no investigation was completed by the Cobb County Police Department, they just criminally trespassed me from the property. I do not believe that a contract between the post office and a private company transforms the post office into a private organization. I'm also curious if the Cobb County Police has a contractual agreement with the federal government that allows the Cobb County Police to carry firearms on this particular federal property.
Ooh, this one's an extra special kind of stupid. That's kind of exciting. Yeah, you can't carry weapons on post office property. That sounds completely reasonable. However, what Poster 7 actually says is, notwithstanding any other law, rule, or regulation, no person while on postal service property may carry firearms, other dangerous or deadly weapons, explosives, either openly or concealed, or store them on post office property, except for official purposes. Now, the problem that he's running into right now is he thinks that the post office has to have some kind of contract with the local police for them to come on the property with firearms. And he needs to stop smoking, whatever it is he is smoking out there in Georgia, because you have to focus in on that last line of that paragraph, except for official purposes. When they call the police to have your dumb ass removed, They are calling them so the police may come and serve in their official capacity there at the post office. That's all there is to it. The police have permission because they are called to do their job. Okay, continue.
When is law enforcement going to learn that you can't make someone leave just because it is irritating to another? I could not find it anywhere in the U.S. Constitution or the Constitution of Georgia where it doesn't apply because someone feels a certain way. Let's check out this post office location in Kennesaw, Georgia.
Now, for this post office has express, not express for priority, expected delivery in 2 to 3 business.
The fact you were doing this at all tells me you have not read the Constitution, so you really need to maybe rethink your life choices and stop deep-throating your mic. The interference is highly unpleasant.
Okay, so would you like to email the person? You can also go for your receipt. Expected delivery date, currently the receipt. Thank you for your patience. You too.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
What you doing?
I was taking some pictures and video right quick. That's all.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Why?
Because you can't video in the post office. I'm sorry, you gonna have to step out with that. I thought you needed some help with something.
Oh, no. Of course you can. I'm just working on a story with the...
Okay, you gonna
Yeah.
have to step out of here with that, huh?
Oh, no. We're allowed to in here.
Where's your paperwork?
What paperwork?
So you have to get paperwork from the postmaster stating that you can be in here with that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got
Where
that.
is it?
It's the U.S.
Go ahead and get that for me.
Oh, it's on your wall out here.
No, it's not.
You know, I feel like frauditing attracts a very specific kind of incel. We're looking at the mouth breathing, smokes 3 or 4 packs of cigarettes a day in his Barca lounger in what used to be his white wife beater with the stains under the armpits, the wiry chest hair sticking out on top, the miasma of stench surrounding him because he hasn't showered in a year. And then they decide to go out into the public and terrorize the rest of humanity with their existence. That's frauditors. Even the young ones. That's what they are going to morph into, like the world's worst Pokemon. You know, he brought up in the beginning, we already saw this place, this post office is in a strip mall. It is a rented property. So this is not an official federal property. This property is not owned by the post office. They rent this property. He's already mentioned he spoke to the property manager or the property owner. He brought up the DHS memo for a reason, because he knew he was going to run into questions on certain things. She's asking him where his paperwork is from the postmaster. And the reason is because the DHS memo specifically says commercial photography and videotaping in space occupied by a federal tenant requires the written permission of the agency official authorized to approve commercial photography and videotaping. He has to have written permission from the postmaster to be there. He knows it. He's trying to keep it from his followers, but he knows it. He has to have written permission. Because, let's be honest, this is commercial photography. You are going to put this on YouTube and monetize it. This is commercial photography. Dipshit.
No, it's not on that wall up there, honey.
Okay.
You're gonna have to step out of here with that. Okay?
The rules and regulations, and then also we the people.
Go ahead and show it to me.
We the people.
Come on there. You cannot record in here, huh?
Oh, yes, we can.
Go ahead and show it to me.
Oh, is there a supervisor available?
Go ahead. The postmaster number, but you can't record in here.
Oh no, of course we can, ma'am. We're allowed.
Step out, okay?
Oh no, we're allowed to though.
The track number here, so you just put it in there.
Oh, well, I'll find you so that we go ahead and escort you out, okay?
I'm sorry.
If it doesn't get there on the 20th.
Oh, so sorry. These are popping up everywhere. These perfect.
Yeah,
Mother steak,
as far
yes.
as keeping the labels on there and proofing and all that you think that would say?
You should. You get only clear.
Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, might as well do that just so that way I can get.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
840 Ernest Bear Parkway, Suite 572, Kennesaw, Georgia 30144.
All right, and just repeat the address for verification.
840 Ernest Bear Parkway, Suite 572, Kennesaw, Georgia 30144.
And is this a business?
Yes, ma'am. It's the post office.
Okay, I'm showing that the address on my screen is 800 Barrett Parkway, so it's actually 840, is that correct?
Yeah, 840, so 840.
Okay. All right, and what's the phone number you're calling from in case we get disconnected?
That's going to be 770.
Okay, and tell me exactly what happened.
I have a customer here who is recording. I asked him to remove himself from the post office because he can't record inside, and he's not leaving.
Okay.
So he's not being serviced. He does not need any help. He's recording.
Okay. Stay on the line with me. I'm getting help started out there, okay?
All right.
All right, I have the call already entered in, and we already have units on the way out there. Are any weapons involved?
No, there aren't any weapons involved. It's more so they're trying to get a reaction out of the people that's working here so they can put it on the internet, and we already having a hard day as it is.
Yeah, I understand. I need to get that person's description. Is he black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
He's a Caucasian male. He has on a gray shirt. I want to say blue jeans, blue shorts. Give me just a moment, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
It's a Caucasian male. He has a beard. He's wearing glasses, gray shirt. Now he's talking to the customers, and he's heavy set.
Okay. And how old does he appear to be approximately?
Probably around 40.
In his 40s. Okay.
38, 40. Okay, yeah, that's all he is, heavy set.
Okay. Are you or anyone else in danger right now?
No, it's really irritating.
Right, I understand. Yeah.
We just want to sell these stamps and go on about our day.
I got you. All right, we have officers on the way. Just avoid the person for now, but an officer is on their way out there. Call us back if anything changes, if you have any further information, or if he leaves before the police get there, okay?
All right, thank you much.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
He requested this phone call like it's some kind of gotcha that she admitted he's irritating. Of course you're irritating. This isn't news. You have heard this your entire life. I am 100% certain. Because no one wants to be around a drooling, sweating piece of shit who has absolutely nothing to do than to make other people's lives worse, which is the only thing you are doing. You are ruining the day for these postal workers for no other reason than you want to make a little bit of money on YouTube so you can go stuff your face at Cane's. That's all there is to it. This is not about the First Amendment. This is not about the Constitution, because you have no respect for we the people. Because those postal workers are part of we the people. And this is what you do.
Oh, ma'am? Ma'am? Is everything okay?
Say that again?
Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. Is everything okay with you?
Oh, yeah, I was making sure I can finish doing what I was doing and then leave.
What are you doing?
Just taking some video and pictures, that's all.
You doing what?
Just taking some video and pictures, that's all.
Video pictures of whom?
Just of the inside the post office, that's it. Yeah, I was just making sure it was okay. So I think the other lady had said, like, no or something.
Do you need stamps or anything?
Oh, no, ma'am, I'm good, thank you. Oh, excuse me, ma'am.
You need help, ma'am? Can I help?
After briefly checking out the other portion of the lobby and seeing if Poster 7 was posted, which Poster 7 was posted up in the lobby behind the case here, I decided that it was time to wrap up and go ahead and leave and depart. As I was leaving, getting ready to leave, is when the Cobb County Police arrived.
Hello.
How y'all doing? I didn't think they called y'all. I don't know.
What do you mean the police being at the post office could be a big concern for the public? Honestly, I'm pretty sure that the stench emanating from you is a bigger concern for the public than the police being there. Just being honest.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Yeah.
Oh, who is that? Don't let me out. Oh, don't let me out.
The Cobb County Police, I mean, I'm going to walk out on a limb here and speak for you. You'll probably agree with me. Y'all don't violate the rights of the people.
Okay.
No, I mean, y'all don't. I don't think y'all do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on?
I have no idea. I didn't call you. I was actually on my way out.
Filming and a part of their business, I guess.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me talk to him back here, okay?
Yeah, most definitely.
Talk to him.
It was perfectly legal.
Talk to her because she always up there with me.
Wow.
Okay.
So you just recorded?
Yeah, it's working on a story.
What kind of story you working?
Just like a news story.
No, I didn't.
I do, but I prefer not to give it unless you're suspecting me of committing a crime.
What is it? No, I can't.
I mean, I'll definitely most identify and give you whatever I need.
Okay, cool.
As long as you're suspecting me of a crime or anything.
Well, I understand what you're trying to do. Well, I guess what happened to cause this?
I have no idea. I'm merely peacefully existing in a public space with a camera owned by the government, checking up on our government and everything. So I have no idea. I didn't cause any problems.
Being the type of facility it is, because there is, what do you call, kind of.
Do y'all have a supervisor by chance?
Hey, sure, totally fine.
Yeah, if we can get a if I'm gonna be made to leave under threat of arrest or trespass or anything, then yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, I would prefer if y'all go back to work and I'm gonna finish doing what I'm doing and then I'm gonna leave. I mean, I was actually on the way out, then I saw y'all pull up, so I'm like, well,
12:01.
I didn't even know y'all called. I didn't even know they called. They didn't even say they were calling the police or anything. I mean, nobody really. I mean, we're kind of in a.
Yes, sir. Can you 59 with us? We're next to the Hobby Town over there off of Barrett Parkway.
I mean, we're kind of like in a pickle right now.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, yeah, I mean, I just want to be left.
Upset about something, or
I didn't do anything.
Well,
they felt like you was
for existing in a public space with a camera. So, do y'all enforce feelings or do y'all enforce law?
No, this is what I'm saying. Is there sense that
No, they are enforcing the law that you are breaking, that you don't want to tell your followers you are breaking, because that would destroy the entire illusion that you actually know what you're doing or what you're talking about, which you unequivocally don't. So no, they are enforcing the law.
is there sensitive information that people have on their mail?
Oh, then by all means, they need to put that in private.
Well, this
everything.
this would be considered that. So,
Okay.
but I'm gonna have a supervisor explain that to you because that
So do I have to leave or like?
Well, I'm gonna let him give some insight.
Okay.
And make sure that we're like you said, we want to make sure we're doing things lawfully. Yeah. So we're going to make sure we're doing things lawfully.
Am I detained or anything? Am I detained?
You're free to leave.
Really?
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Really? I'm not even stopping your movement.
Oh yeah, I know. And what I told him earlier, I mean, I don't think the Cobb County Police Department, y'all are Cobb County PD.
Yes.
Police Department. I don't think y'all violate the rights of the people. I don't think y'all do that.
And that's the reason why we're doing it this way.
I don't think y'all do that at all. So,
that's the reason why we're doing
so
it.
y'all got more important business to take care of, more important stuff to handle instead of coming up here messing with a journalist working on a story about the federal government. So.
Yeah, let me tell you something. You're not a journalist, because if you're a journalist, then I'm Gordon Ramsay. And short of me telling you are an idiot sandwich, which, I mean, accurate, just isn't reality. You aren't reporting on anything. You will never publish a story. You'll never actually be a journalist. You will never actually do anything productive with your life because, I mean, look at you. But I do find it pretty funny that you and Lana are starting to sound alike. Like the tone, the terms that you use, the fact that if you open your mouth, everybody around you wants to vomit. It's kind of like, how they say that you and your pet start to look like each other after a little while? It's kind of like that.
federal government. So it's, you know, I mean,
we're going to see.
because our feelings, you know, now if I'm like if I'm inside of here, like I can't go in there.
Yeah.
I know that. Like if I go in there, then by all means, yeah, now we're talking about, you know, a totally different course of action.
That thing, and of course, anybody's private information.
But you can film it from public. Anything you can see in public, you can film.
Well,
So what if you see somebody's private? But what if you see somebody's private information in public? So,
well, and that's,
You know, the thing is, this part of the Frauditor script is the one that I feel like has the biggest potential to have the biggest negative impact on society, both now and in the future. The reason being is it requires a moral compass and it requires logical thought, both of which none of these people possess. Neither do their followers. They appeal to a very specific kind of person. They appeal to the victim mentality. They appeal to the paranoia. They appeal to the idiots who think that the government is trying to take away their rights, when in reality, no one, before these idiots came along, would have gone to the post office with a camera for an hour and done absolutely nothing. No one. It's not a right. It's literally they are so brainwashed by YouTube that they have convinced themselves that, oh my God, the government is stopping us. No, you're just a moron. But the thing is when you talk about being able to film anything your eyes can see, yeah, can you physically pick up your phone and film anything you can see? Yeah. But then the problem comes into play is, what about when you are, hypothetically, say you're in a big mall and you walk into one of the ladies' rooms that has, you know, the 50 stalls and it's got the couches, etc. You know, you're in a public building. You see a mother breastfeeding on the couch. Can you pick up your phone and film her? Yeah. Should you? No. Morals matter. Consent matters. And that's what these assholes do not take into account, or if they do, they completely disregard. And it's not a world that anyone ever really wants to live in. It is a scam to make money, and their viewers just don't see it.
well, and that's really, I'm going to get insight from my supervisor when he gets here, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, because you can't.
And again, I'm Officer Northrop.
Yeah,
what do you want me to call you?
Russ.
Russell.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, my channel is pretty big, Georgia Transparency. So yeah, it's a very big channel, and you know, I just had this issue up the road a little while ago at the Woodstock post office.
Oh, you went up there today?
Oh yeah, I left there and I came over here.
Did they kick you out of there or something?
Oh no. The police were amazing. They're like, there's nothing we can do. He's in public. We can't do anything about it. The postmaster, the actual postmaster was there today. He lost his grits. I don't know. He lost it. But yeah, it was just a
No, we didn't say you was on
bad day.
like that.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I like to make that very clear. If I'm being detained, what crime, and everything.
We're learning something new every day too. So that's really I want to make sure that you know, we're in the rights or in the wrong, and what we need to do, and how we need to fix this, and making sure that nothing's being compromised, things of that nature. So
I mean.
You know, the police officer makes a very good point here in the fact that they are always learning. And they always will. We live in an ever-changing world. Our laws are not the same day to day. Whether it is a Supreme Court decision that is amending how we see a specific law, or including new ways to interpret it, a new law being passed, things are always changing. And it would be impossible for one person to keep up with every single bit of it, let alone thousands of police forces across the country. But what I am hopeful for is we are going to start to see a little bit more consistency as more of these assholes get prosecuted and sentenced for these crimes. We are going to see more consistency with the way that the police deal with them nationwide. But yeah, they are always learning, because this is, again, this is stupid. This is absolutely stupid. No one in their right mind would go to the post office with a camera to film for absolutely no reason. How do you respond to that? I mean, that's a level of stupidity that I can't even imagine what's going through these officers' heads right now. And he's sitting there bragging about his YouTube channel like it's his life's work, which honestly probably is. But dude, it's not the flex you think it is, just because you have massed a a following of stupid. I mean, I wouldn't put it on my tombstone. I'm just saying.
I mean, merely existing, you know, like in a public space with a camera.
Right.
So, like if I'm standing in here and somebody walks up to me and is like, "Oh, here's my ID. Look, here it is. Look." Like, and did you know that the Supreme Court's ruled that there is no expectation of privacy while in public? So, it's... Now, can I go next door with my camera and start filming? Of course I can. But
you know what? If I am standing on a public sidewalk or I am in the middle of a public park, yeah, absolutely. I get that I have no expectation of privacy and that I have to create my own. However, they lean on this like a crutch when in fact they are leaving out one of the most important elements of this, and that is going to be public forum doctrine. The post office is not a traditional public forum. It is not a sidewalk. It is not a public park. It is an entity that can restrict filming for the very simple fact they are charged with protecting their patrons' privacy. And one of the ways they do that is by restricting filming. Public forum doctrine is like kryptonite to frauditors. Because in the end, it all boils down to the fact they are doing this because they want to. It is not because they can. It is because they want to, and a good chunk of them get away with it because, I mean, they pick their targets very carefully. Most of these idiot frauditors know how far they can push before they're going to get arrested. Why do you think you see so many of them trespassed? It isn't because the government is being tyrannical. It's because they are not supposed to be there. The fact that people just don't see that is mind-blowing to me.
Of course I can. But if they ask me to leave, do I have to leave? Of course I do. It's a private establishment. Of course I do. Yeah. This is leased by the federal government. Exactly. This right here is. So
I used to work at the embassy, so I know how.
The embassy? Yeah. In D.C.?
No, overseas.
Were you in the military?
Yeah.
What branch?
Marines.
I was Army.
I was Army too. I did national.
What was your MOS in Army?
I was 19 Delta. Oktoberfest, we went out there.
Oh yeah, Oktoberfest. I went over there the first time I went. I went in '93 for my granddaughter's birthday in September, and then I went back in '94.
I literally just, we can go.
Yeah, I went back in '94 for Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
It was nice. Every time my daughter went somewhere, I tried to go, and so like I said, Fort Hood. She didn't want to go to Fort Drum. She said, if you go to Fort Drum,
We talk with her real quick.
How you doing, sir?
Lieutenant Maid.
Oh, Russ. How are y'all?
All right. Nice to meet you.
You're two officers here. The two there under you?
Yes.
Under you. I'm about telling y'all. Boy, I'm about telling y'all. I'm just playing. They're being pretty cool. They're very professional, being professional and polite and everything.
That's what we want out of our officers. Professional conduct.
Just trying to figure out what's going on, why y'all are here, and what is the step. Like, what is going on? What's going to happen? Am I going to be made to leave? Am I going to get a criminal? Are you going to be criminally trespassed to leave? I'm really trying to figure out what's going on.
Who are you, first of all?
Oh, my name's Russ.
Russ who?
Yeah, just Russ. That's pretty much what I would prefer to just leave there. Just
right.
Russ.
You don't want
Russell.
to tell me your name?
Yeah, just Russell.
You don't want to tell me your full name?
No, just Russell. That's all I prefer to. I didn't call y'all out here.
Okay, well, the post office is the one that called us.
Yes.
Well, I'm just asking to try to get my understanding. What is your purpose here? What was your
working on a news story?
Today?
Working on a story with the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
And
are you employed by the federal government?
No, I'm an independent journalist.
Okay, well, yeah. Don't look shocked. How would I know that?
Yeah.
I only know.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I had a great conversation with them as well. Yeah, independent journalist, news media, stuff like that. And then I guess I forgot to show y'all. I guess according to rules and regulations governing postal property, that this is 100% allowed and legal. And filming and taking pictures in the post office. What I'm doing, the story I'm working on. Mm-hmm. Granted under this, as well as covered under the First Amendment.
What type of content are you hoping to get in the lobby of this little post office?
Whatever I can get.
Interaction with police?
No, I don't want an interaction with police. I was leaving. I was out the door. I was headed out the door, and then I saw I saw him pull up, and I was like, I guess they did call the police. I don't run from y'all. Like, I don't run from police. And they would have,
Appreciate that.
if they would have said, yeah, we're calling the police, I would have been in here whenever he had showed up. So no. I just, basically, I want to be left alone to conduct my story and to leave.
A lobby. What's?
It is such a bald-faced lie. And you can tell this officer knows. You know this officer's got this guy's number. But the fact he has the nerve to say that, when you know for a fact, if all he wanted to do was be left alone, he wouldn't be here. Because I can guarantee you, he is not going to walk into the post office, film for an hour with no interaction, and then post that video to YouTube. Because it would make no money. No one would watch it. The interaction is the only thing that they want to watch. They could care less about what kind of mailers the post office is offering this month. They need the interaction. The lies. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. And also his mouth breathing is really starting to creep me out. So they need to kick this guy to the curb like now.
What's the
most definitely? There doesn't have to be.
There doesn't have to be.
No, not at all.
So
there doesn't.
Content you're hoping to catch is nothing.
It can be whatever.
It can be. Okay.
It can.
All right.
It can be whatever. It's practiced under the 5 elements of the First Amendment. One of them being freedom of the press, freedom of speech, that sort of thing. So, and then also Georgia has its own constitution, the Constitution of the state of Georgia, if you're aware. And in there it says freedom of the press shall not be infringed on.
Right.
Yeah. So feelings, the way somebody...
Oh, to quote Betty White here, if I had a dick, this is where I would tell you to suck it. You need to shove the feelings, because let me tell you one thing about the freedom of the press. Nowhere in anything does it say that freedom of the press requires a camera, because you can be press without a camera. You can get a notepad and a pencil and draw a diagram if you want to call yourself press. But nowhere does it say freedom of the press requires a camera.
The way somebody feels, oh, I don't like that camera. Okay, well then go, don't come out of your house. You're filmed everywhere you go.
That's true.
And if my camera, most definitely, I could really care less. Yeah, and here as well. And it's whatever. Right. And so why is my camera different than y'all's by help? I mean, shoot, he went back there with his body camera in the restricted area. What's the difference between my camera that's in a public space, exercising constitutional protected activities, not bothering anybody, and merely existing in public with a camera?
The difference is you half-wit is implied consent. I understand consent doesn't mean a lot to people like you, obviously. However, what implied consent is when you jiggled your way into the post office today. You gave the post office consent with your actions that you were going to comply with the rules and regulations of the facility. The same goes for every other person. The general public cannot give you implied consent because those people are not coming to that post office to see and smell your stench. They are coming to the post office to mail a letter or pick up the mail out of their P.O. box. They are not coming for you. They are not giving you implied consent by walking in the door. You are violating consent by posting this to the internet and monetizing it. Plain and simple fact. If you walk into Walmart and you're going to get your weekly fix of chocolate milk and donuts, whatever it is that you stuff that face full of, I can promise you, you're being recorded. You know why you're being recorded? Because you can't walk into Walmart without being recorded, because you give implied consent that you are going to be recorded when you shop. If you don't want to be recorded, you don't walk into Walmart. You may not get your chocolate milk and donuts, but you don't have to be recorded. There is a difference. Consent matters.
With a camera. There's not a problem with that. Wherever your eyes can legally be. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I have no issue with that. Okay. So this is your goal for the day, was to film this lobby. My goal is to achieve. My goal is ever changing. My goal is ever changing. Like when some of these gentlemen here, I investigate, I look into government corruption, police brutality, everything. A post office lobby with some post office boxes, and there's nobody in here but us and you. So But my narrative, see, that's a great thing. It's called a viewpoint. Okay. My viewpoint can differ from your viewpoint. And that doesn't mean we can't be friends, we can't be likable. You know, we can't like each other. You know, most definitely. Because you don't understand why I'm here with a camera, doesn't mean I have to get out of here. Doesn't mean I have to leave. Doesn't mean I have to go. That sort of thing. Well, this is what we're going to do, Lieutenant. We're going to have to enforce the CT and have you leave the property. Per the postmaster, per the lead, per the person, the landlord of this facility. So with that said, I've got too many empties. I know, and that's where we're at. What I'd like to do first is, what is your you were a Marine too. Yeah. What is your last name, sir? If I'm being CT out of here, I'm going to take my stuff. I know the CT laws. I'm going to exit, and I will not return. Okay. Is that okay, sir? Y'all have a great day. Let's do that. Were you ever no, sir. I was an Army. I'm a disabled combat veteran, and I'm being removed from. I was a 13 Delta. Okay. That was my MOS. Deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. Yeah. I'm being criminally trespassed from a public space without commission of any crime. What name would you like me to put on the report? It doesn't matter. You can put Georgia Transparency. Georgia Transparency? Yes, sir. Okay. And I am so pissed off. I am so upset right now. I was just talking you guys up. I did not think this was going to happen. I'm leaving. I'm heading out of here. Yes, and I won't come back on the property again. But what if I had a P.O. box here? That'd be a problem we have to situate when we get here. Right now, that's we don't have that issue now. Do you have a P.O. box here? What if I did? No, I'm asking you a direct question. Do you have a P.O. box here? I mean, I'm not answering no questions. I'm just saying, what if I did? Yeah, so the thing is, so you're supporting this? Yes. Okay, you're supporting this, sir? You are? Okay. All right, y'all have a great day. Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm out of here. I will leave the property. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, excuse me, ma'am.
And you waddled away. Waddle, waddle. Oh, I had to cut the last couple of minutes of the video off. His voice was just grating on my soul, and I need some caffeine. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, good has triumphed over evil, and another one of these worthless insects was kicked out of a property they have absolutely no business being on. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I will catch you on the next one.